Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chris Maloney back with you for another edition of CWN Predicts NXT No Mercy 2023, taking place live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. on WWE Network, as well as Peacock. Kickoff show takes place 7 o'clock tonight on Peacock, WWE Network, as well as social media. As the opening was taking place, I'm curious about the video because I got that little Wi-Fi signal. I use it thing called StreamYard for those that don't know. And, I've got everything set, did my speed test, got my cord plugged in, everything else. And I still got that little Wi-Fi symbol. So I'm a little bit upset with StreamYard at the moment. So it'll be interesting to go back and see the opening to see if it affected it at all. But this isn't what I'm paying them for, I tell you that much. But anyways, Chris Maloney here. It's September the 30th, the final day of September. Hard to believe. Tomorrow is October, and big wrestling, PLEs and pay-per-views taking place this weekend. But the one I am talking about today, NXT No Mercy 2023, taking place, like I said, live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m., Peacock WWE Network, taking place from Mechanics Bank Arena in Bakersfield, California. We've got 7 matches taking place in total. One on the kickoff show, so that is, like I said, free on the WWE Network, Peacock, as well as social media. And then 6 huge matches taking place on the PLE, the premium live event for the WWE. So, as anybody who knows, who's watched me or listened to me as far as the prediction shows go, I always do the matches in order of what I think they're important. Now, with that being said, Shawn Michaels came out this afternoon and said that Becky Lynch taking on Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship is going to be the main event tonight. So, guys, that is your main event tonight. So that will be the last match I talk about. But like I said, 7 matches in total, including the kickoff match, Kalani Jordan without obviously Dana Brooke. Taking on Blair Davenport. It's interesting because they're trying to build up Kalani. But with that being said, it's Blair Davenport. And, she was a huge staple with regards to NXT UK. She came over. She was in that triple threat match where it was, I think, Mako Satomura. And, why is it jogging my memory who ended up taking the titles? But she was in that triple threat match to merge everything there. Was it? It was Mandy Rose, I believe. So Mandy, Blair Davenport, and Mako Satomura. And anyways, she was part of that. But I want to see WWE, NXT, put the fire behind Blair Davenport, so to speak. I want to see her go to the top. I want to see what she can do. Very talented, gifted women's wrestler. And, Kalani Jordan, I can see great things happening for her. But I don't think it's happening yet tonight. I don't think it's going to be here tonight. So I'm going to say Blair Davenport for the win in this one here. Singles match taking place next. Braun Breaker taking on the one and only Baron Corbin. This is on the main show. Guys, these guys have been tearing the house down the past couple of weeks. I mean, Corbin, I come out to the ring and had said, hey, good job with regards to Von Wagner. And, that whole spiel in the ring there. And Breaker was like, I really don't respect you. I really don't like you. I could care less what's coming out of your mouth. 2 guys end up going at it. And then to close the show this past week with regards to NXT, it was both of those guys going at it again, busting through the wall of Shawn Michaels' office. So it's gonna be a great match. If you want to say match, it's going to be one big brawl. It's going to be, Baron Corbin's been there, done that, and Braun Breaker is still investing, in this new badass Braun Breaker, so to speak. No more colors, everything's black, and it's except for the red shoes, by the way. But it's the era of Breaker, so to speak. He's not being called up in the main roster yet, as far as I know. If Corbin were to win tonight, it would, I'd be scratching my head. But I don't think it's happening. So I'm going to say Braun Breaker for the win in this one here against Baron Corbin. NXT Heritage Cup match coming up next. Noam Dar is the current holder. He's going to be out there with Metaphor, obviously. And because of that, Butch is his opponent. He ended up winning the Invitational Tournament. And he decided, you know what? If you're going to have people in your corner, I don't trust you. I'm going to be outnumbered. So he said one night only. British Strong Style is getting back together. So Tyler Bate is going to be in the corner of Butch tonight. That being said, Noam Dar, it's going to be interesting because they got the Brawling Brutes. Sheamus obviously injured. Ridge Holland is he can go either way. But the fact is, if you give Butch that, the Heritage Cup, where does he go with it? Does he stay on SmackDown, so to speak? Does he have the Heritage Cup with him? Does he do the Brawling Brutes on SmackDown and then do his own thing as far as NXT goes? I don't know, but knowing that NXT Europe is on the horizon in the next probably I'd say anywhere from 12 to 18 months. It'd be interesting to have him have that cup, and all of a sudden, but does he need it now? My favorite, I shouldn't say my favorite. Well, my favorite in the match is Butch, but Noam Dar has been doing well as well, and for him to pick up this victory solidifies him as a star in NXT. I'm tossed between this one, but I'm going to go out there. I'm going to say Noam Dar with the win. Maybe Tyler Bate turns on Butch. I don't know, but I'm going to say Noam Dar for the win to retain the NXT Heritage Cup in this one. Fatal 4-way match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. This was decided this past Tuesday on NXT. The family, Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo. I almost said Decker. So Channing Decker, by the way, is a Greektown wrestler here up in Ontario. Champions, by the way, the family taking on Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, taking on the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, taking on OTM, which is Bronco Nima and Lucien Price with Scripps. So yeah, 4 huge teams here. Obviously, the Creed brothers have been champions in the past. Garza and Carrillo are doing their gimmick. They're basically strong heels, looking to pay respect to their ancestry, the family heritage, so to speak. The family has been good, and OTM is on the up and comers there. I don't know if the titles change hands in this one, but I think it's too soon for Angel and Humberto. I think they look strong in this match, but I'm going to say I can't see it being the Creed brothers, so I'm going to say the family. I'm going to say the family retains in this one, but I'm going to say Angel and Humberto are going to probably be champions before the end of the year with the deadline, PLE announced for December. So I'm going to say the family retains in this one here. Next match, NXT North American Championship match. We get the one and only Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, defending the championship against Trick Williams. And when I saw the segments on NXT this past Tuesday night, I was impressed as a wrestling fan. I was like, you know what? Trick gets on the mic, and all of a sudden, he's being asked about Carmelo Hayes and the championship and whether or not he's going to retain this coming tonight. And all of a sudden he goes, you know what? It's about time I went after my own championship. And he takes off out of the ring, goes to the back, talks to Shawn Michaels, and he's in the Fatal 4-Way match, and he ends up winning the Fatal 4-Way match, which was kind of cool there. And it's hard not to be a fan of Trick Williams, simply because of the fact he's got this energy about him. He's got this persona about him. You can tell he loves being in the ring. He loves the business. Shawn Michaels had said on the conference call this past, I think it was Thursday, with regards to Trick, you can give him feedback as far as his in-ring work, his promo skills, whatever the case may be, and he takes it like a man with regards to, he's great at, accepting fault, so to speak. He's growing. He's learning. He's one of those guys that you could see huge potential in. The sky's the limit, I want to say, for Trick Williams. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say Trick Williams for the win in this one here. Dirty Dom, it's only a matter of time before the Judgment Day implodes. And Dirty Dom, he is better off doing his thing with the WWE as far as Monday nights and Friday nights. So I'm going to say Trick Williams for the win in this one. That being said, I heard this on another podcast and it completely made sense. It didn't flip my mind on anything. I had predicted this anyways. But I'm going to say Trick Williams for the win in that one there for the NXT North American Championship and new. And next match, NXT Championship match, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov. So they have this storyline right now with Trick Williams, obviously Carmelo Hayes. And Trick doesn't have a championship. Carmelo Hayes does have a championship. So end of the night tonight, you're going to see it reverse. I already predicted Trick Williams for the win for the NXT North American Championship. What you're going to see is Carmelo Hayes lose the championship tonight. I think he is WWE bound. And when I say that, main roster bound, I think he is not necessarily being wasted, but with everything going on as far as NXT goes and everything going on as far as the main roster goes, bring him up. Let's see what he can do up there. And the next thing you know, have Trick Williams almost kind of replace Carmelo. Still do his own gimmick, still do his own thing, but make Trick Williams, somebody special, more special, as Carmelo Hayes has been drafted up. That being said, I shouldn't say drafted up. There's no draft, but being brought up to the main roster. That being said, though, the deadline poster, the promo shot that they put out as far as deadline in December has Carmelo Hayes on it. So it also has Ilya Dragunov on it as well. So is it like one of those things, career versus title between Dragunov and Hayes come December? Is it one of those things where I'd love to see them build up versus, Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes? Maybe title versus title if you can arrange that. I don't, I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm going to say this: Ilya Dragunov, way too strong, way too powerful. He's it's funny, the guy grows facial hair and he becomes even more of a badass than he already was. Like he looks the part, he acts the part, he looks like a champion. And like I said, I want to see Carmelo Hayes be brought up to the main roster. So I'm going to say Ilya Dragunov for the win to become the new NXT champion tonight. So like I said, you're going to see Trick Williams with a championship and Carmelo Hayes without a championship by the end of the night. Those are my predictions right there. And then finally, guys, main event as announced by Shawn Michaels earlier this afternoon. Extreme Rules match for the NXT Women's Championship. This is the main event tonight. Becky Lynch as champ taking on Tiffany Stratton. It's been interesting watching the ratings when Becky has been down in NXT. So the 2 nights that she was down there, ratings skyrocketed, I think 200,000 people. I mean, it was a big jump. And then Becky's not on the show this past week, and the ratings took a hit. I think it was like 646 or something like that, versus the over 800,000 that Becky had when she was on both shows. So that being said, she's done great things for NXT, but I don't know if it was storyline. I don't know if it was real life, a real kind of slip up by Tiffany. But the fact is, she said that NXT champions in the past, and she mentioned Becky's name, and all of a sudden the promo and everything happened, and Becky wins the title, the championship. That being said, Becky's done what she needed to do. She's elevated the brand. She's almost regained a little bit of popularity, a little bit of respect. She's got that fuel, that hunger once again, especially going into WrestleMania season coming up. Royal Rumble, I could see her easily winning the Royal Rumble, which is great. But I'm going to say this: Becky loses tonight. Extreme Rules match for the NXT Women's Championship. Anything goes. And Tiffany Stratton, hungry to get that championship back. Plus the fact she looked good as a champion. She acts like a champion. Every week you see Tiffany Stratton, she has, is becoming more and more almost, a main roster ready. And, Shawn Michaels mentioned that as well with regards to Tiffany Stratton. It's like, now is not the time, but if they put her on the main roster, she would still grow. And, she is almost like Mandy Rose was, becoming the face of NXT Women's Division, NXT in general. So I'm going to say Tiffany Stratton for the win to become the new NXT Women's Champion. And, Becky Lynch, that is the end for her. I think Becky shows her respect at the end of the match if Tiffany doesn't go to, heel tactics. And when I say heel tactics, bringing somebody else in to, help attack Becky. But I say Tiffany Stratton for the win for the championship there. So, guys, 7 matches taking place. Kickoff match, like I said, Blair Davenport over Kalani Jordan. Braun Breaker over Baron Corbin. Noam Dar over Butch. That's might be the spoiler of the night there. The family retains in the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. NXT North American Champion is the one and only new Trick Williams as champ. So Dirty Dom loses tonight. Carmelo Hayes also loses tonight. So there's 2 champions going down. So Ilya Dragunov to pick up the win, and then Becky Lynch to lose against Tiffany Stratton, and Tiffany Stratton to become the new NXT Women's Champion tonight. So, guys, NXT No Mercy 2023 taking place live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Peacock WB Network. Kickoff at 7, and Mechanics Bank Arena in Bakersfield, California. So, guys, those if I can talk, those are my predictions. It's don't get me wrong, I love doing this. I love being back, but it's been a busy couple of days. I had the Throwdown Chris Maloney on Thursday. I wrote SmackDown recap for the Observer last night. Doing this today, and I'll get another one tomorrow. Obviously, AEW Wrestle Dream, that's going to be huge for wrestling fans tomorrow. So I'll be doing the prediction show there. I don't think it's going to be live because I'm celebrating my sister's birthday at the family's house. So I don't think it's going to be live, but it will be up in video format as long as StreamYard cooperates. But it will be up in video format for everybody there tomorrow at 3 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Twitch. And you can check it out as well on cwnonline.ca. Just a couple more things I want to mention before I take off. So today is the one and only birthday of Daryl Sharma. I don't know why I said one and only birthday. Today is the 39th birthday of Daryl Sharma, Hornet, as we know here in Ontario. But everybody else, NXT head referee. So you'll probably see him in the main event tonight with Tiffany Stratton as well as Becky Lynch. And he knows how to take a bump. So happy 39th birthday to Daryl Sharma today. The one and only Hornet. Michigan takes on Nebraska at 3:30. So as I'm doing this, I got about 14 minutes before I have to turn on that TV. Go Blue, huge Michigan Wolverines fan. Also a Patriots fan, by the way. So you know when the Pats dynasty existed, Tom Brady had played for Michigan and then playing for the Pats. So that was absolutely huge for me. Two other things I'm going to mention as well. Today is International Podcast Day. So what that means, International Podcast Day is September 30th, International Celebration on the Power of Podcasts. I've been doing podcasts for a long time, guys. 2006 was my very first one. Celebration is a great opportunity to connect with fellow podcasters, podcast listeners, podcast enthusiasts, and leader in the podcasting industry. Help spread the word by telling your friends, sharing the celebration on your podcast and social media feeds, and using the hashtag International Podcast Day. And guys, finally, today is also, more importantly, a National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. So each year, September 30th marks the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. The day honors the children who never returned home and survivors of residential schools, as well as their families and communities. Public commemoration of the tragic and painful history and the ongoing and the ongoing impacts of residential schools is a vital component of the reconciliation process. Both the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation and Orange Shirt Day take on place on September the 30th. Orange Shirt Day is an indigenous led grassroots commemorative day intended to raise awareness of the individual, family, and community intergenerational impacts of the residential schools and to promote the concept of every child matters. The orange shirt is a symbol of the stripping away of the culture, freedom, and self-esteem experienced by Indigenous children over generations. And like I said, that today is officially National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. One of my favorite bands of all time, tragically hit Gord Downie before he passed away. Unfortunately was, huge into making people aware of what took place, especially here in Canada. So, praise to him, and, thoughts and prayers. He's no longer with us, but today, September 30th, even though it is that International Podcast Day, is even more important, National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. So guys, you can see I'm wearing the orange hoodie today. I know my wife, being a teacher, and my daughter yesterday were wearing orange at school. A lot of people were in orange at school, just in the area as well, because today being Saturday, I mean, schools aren't open, but, definitely, take the time just to research National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, and go to CWNonline.ca. You can see it on the front page there. You can check it out through the Canadian government as far as what the day means. And then you can, go on almost to Twitter, but X, any social media, and just type in, NDTR. Or you can type in, hashtag Every Child Matters or hashtag Orange Shirt Day, and just learn more about it. And it's obviously being honored officially, here in Canada. So it's a good thing. But guys, that is it for my prediction show. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow. Not live, but it'll seem like I'm live because you still get to see my handsome face. But anyways, I will be back tomorrow for AEW Wrestle Dream, taking place tomorrow night there in Seattle. And I know my wife yesterday wasn't too happy with Seattle, beating the crap out of Texas Rangers, I think it was. She's a Blue Jays fan, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens this weekend. But guys, that is it for the show. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I'm loving the hits I'm getting as far as the Throwdown Chris Maloney goes. Keep it up. So if you're watching the predicts, hit the like and all that subscribe stuff and everything else. But guys, it's been fun. It's been great. I will see everybody again tomorrow for AEW Wrestle Dream. And enjoy the rest of your day. It's a beautiful day here in London, Ontario, and the weather's supposed to get nice this coming week. But guys, that is it. And like I say all the time, what do I say all the time? Oh yeah, I will talk to everybody again sometime soon.